Elden Ring Nightreign has two unlockable characters that you can grab pretty early on, the Duchess and the Revenant. If you haven't added the Revenant to your ranks by now, her quest is pretty simple. Once she's on your team though, getting to grips with her is a little tricky. She's a pretty squishy Nightfarer with very little HP and occupies more of a backline support role, being especially adept at reviving while also summoning spirits to help overwhelm enemies and draw aggro. With the right weapons and magic, however, she can be a devastating aid to any expedition team. Without further ado, here's our Revenant guide in Elden Ring Nightreign. Given that Revenant has quite low HP, you'll want to keep a distance from enemies and focus on ranged attacks, specifically incantations. You can use spells, but Revenant is unique from Recluse in that she has high faith and is adept specifically with Dragon Communion incantations. You can risk close range attacks if your FP runs low, since Revenant starts with a pair of claws, but it's ill-advised with how easily you'll go down. Your best bet is finding or buying Starlight Shards or saving your incantations for boss fights. Note that there are plenty of relics that boost Dragon Communion incantations and FP recovery. Revenant is also incredibly skilled at keeping the team alive, using her summons to draw enemies and bosses aggro so that she can swoop in and revive them. Otherwise, she isn't as reliant on teammates as other similarly vulnerable Nightfarers, given her ability to swarm enemies with spirits that can take hits in her place. Note that her best stats are an S rank in Faith and an A rank in FP. Keep those scaling in mind when picking up weapons when out on a run. Now let's talk traits for a minute. Revenant's passive is one of the most unique in the game, Necromancy. With Necromancy, enemies and mini-bosses have a chance to be resurrected as allied spirits upon death, helping you in battle for roughly 1 minute. It works on everything from lonely foot soldiers all the way to big enemies like pumpkinheads, making it an incredibly useful tool for overwhelming stronger opponents. However, note that it doesn't work on great bosses. Her character skill ties into her Necromancy ability. Revenant can summon 3 different spirits with her Lear, Helen, Frederick, and Sebastian. They're described as her family, which is important to keep in mind for character-specific relics. However, only one can be active at any given time. Helen is a dexterous humanoid with rapid-fire attacks. Frederick is a pumpkinhead who is helpful in staggering opponents. And Sebastian is an enormous skeleton who stays in place, serving as a quick distraction. Note that spirits can die fairly quickly and don't deal too much damage. As for her ultimate art, Immortal March is where Revenant becomes a truly standout support character. It revives all nearby allies while also preventing you and your teammates from dying. You still take damage, but you stop at 1 HP. On top of that, it even triggers your family's abilities. Helen unleashes a rapier combo, while Frederick uses his spin attack and Sebastian fires a ghost flame beam. These also deal minimal damage, so it's not worth using your ultimate art just to trigger their attacks. Instead, it should be saved for emergencies, such as when both of your teammates go down in the final fight. The best weapons for Revenant to use are Dragon, Clawmark, and Sacred Seals, as these scale nicely with her S-ranked Faith. But as they eat up FP, it's also worth having a backup bow so that you can still deal damage and revive teammates while keeping your distance. You should also have a shield handy, preferably a great shield, in cases where enemy aggro falls onto you and you need to quickly defend yourself. Though if you're more comfortable with dodging and can find boons that improve your rolls, then this shouldn't be too much of a worry, especially as you risk being staggered by Night Lords and other great bosses. And that's our guide for the Revenant in Elden Ring Nightreign. Good luck on your next expedition.